Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker even when you maintain a healthy diet, exercise regularly, and do everything right? Why do stairs seem steeper, and why does getting out of a chair take longer than it used to? Is it just age, or could there be something else subtly affecting you? This might surprise you. Sometimes, it's not what you're not doing, but what you are doing without realizing the danger. Many seniors make a silent mistake every day, believing they are making the right choice because they've been taught that fruits are natural, healthy, and beneficial. The reality is, not all fruits are suitable for seniors. Some fruits, which we consume without question, can gradually weaken legs, worsen joint inflammation, cause knee pain, and make walking more challenging. Fruits often promoted as healthful may actually be harmful to your leg strength, balance, and mobility. As we age, our bodies change. Our metabolism slows, our circulation weakens, and foods that were once good for us can start to hurt us, especially certain fruits. Despite their sweet taste and innocent appearance, they contain acids, carbs, and other compounds that can lower blood sugar, aggravate joints, and weaken your legs. The harm is slow, subtle, and invisible until you suddenly feel a sharp pain in your calves, a chronic ache in your thighs, or an uncomfortable tightness in your knees after a short walk. Today, I'll list the top 7 fruits that people over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs from chronic harm, pain, and deterioration. None of these fruits are safe, even though they seem harmless. Once you know the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So, if you value your strength and wish to keep your legs strong, steady, and pain-free, stick with me to the end. This may be the wake-up call your body has been waiting for. Before we start, if you are concerned about your health, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications because we share facts here that no one else talks about. If you're with me, please let me know if this resonates with you by typing 1 in the comments section. Type 0 otherwise. You don't realize how important your voice is. Let's start with the first fruit on our list. Although it is praised for reducing inflammation, seniors may experience the opposite effect. Let's talk about pineapple. The tropical, juicy, and delicious pineapple has long been hailed as a natural anti-inflammatory due to a compound called bromelain. But here's the twist. Pineapple may be the silent culprit for seniors. Despite the widespread belief that it reduces inflammation, pineapple has natural sugars and powerful acids. Furthermore, those sugars aren't as healthy as they seem, especially if you're over 60. Let me explain. Our blood vessels grow more delicate and sensitive as we age. They no longer react the same way to sugar spikes. Pineapple provides a natural sugar boost to the bloodstream despite its health benefits. What impact does this have on you? It causes blood sugar levels to rise quickly. The small blood vessels that nourish your legs, feet, and muscles may sustain injury as a result of that spike. Your legs receive less oxygen as your circulation deteriorates over time. What does that cause? Swelling, weariness, and pain. You get that dull, dragging ache in your legs after a quick stroll. Standing causes your knees to stiffen, even after spending the entire day sitting. Your ankles start to hurt. There's more. In addition to being sweet, pineapple has an acidic taste. Particularly if you already have arthritis or inflammation, that acid might aggravate your joints. It is similar to stoking the flames that are already raging in your knees, hips, and ankles. After eating pineapple, some people even remark that their legs feel heavy, as though their strength is slowly waning. You ought to be aware of this as well. The well-known enzyme bromelain may interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners, making them either overly strong or ineffective. But this is the most dangerous part. There are no evident drawbacks to pineapple. No obvious symptoms or acute pain are present. Instead, it slowly creeps in until you discover that you are unable to move as you used to. The most depressing aspect is that the majority of seniors are unaware that their gradual leg weakness may be caused by the fruit they consume for health. What are you able to do? While you shouldn't completely avoid pineapple, you should limit your intake, particularly if you've been dealing with chronic leg pain or unexplained swelling. The harm is modest but real. What about the next fruit? If pineapple, which has anti-inflammatory qualities, can be this bad for aging legs, what about a fruit that is tasty, soft, and well known for raising potassium and muscle strength? It could be misleading. Let's talk about bananas. Soft, sweet, and high in potassium, bananas are regarded as a great food. They are supposed to help muscles, give you energy, and keep cramps at bay. However, things are different for elders. Bananas are rich in naturally occurring sugar and fast-digesting carbs. This indicates that your body starts to fight insulin and that your blood sugar levels increase right after eating. Your legs suffer when this occurs frequently because circulation is weakened and inflammation rises. Leg heaviness after meals, stiff calves, and a dull ache when walking or ascending stairs are all possible symptoms. That's not all, though. Bananas also promote fluid retention, particularly in people with cardiac problems. Stiff joints, swollen feet, and swollen ankles are the results of this. It has a silent impact. You consume bananas because you think they're good for your muscles, but they may be progressively weakening you. The worst thing is that, over time, consuming bananas may cause additional pain and difficulty moving around. However, this effect won't be felt right away. If your legs are often heavy, painful, or swollen, think about the fruits on your plate. Although bananas aren't as amiable as they seem, what if something even smaller had the same power? Muscles are known to be supported by bananas. Our next fruit is little, endearing, and innocent-looking, yet it could be harming your joints. Let's talk about grapes. Grapes seem harmless, small, juicy, and simple to eat as a snack. In addition, they are heart-healthy, antioxidant-rich, and well-regarded. Most people are unaware, though, that eating grapes can cause moderate leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation in seniors. Why? Because grapes contain fructose, a sugar that is directly absorbed by the liver and turns into fat and uric acid, which can be hazardous in excessive doses. The true harm starts when your liver is unable to fully digest it. Uric acid builds up in the joints, especially in the toes, ankles, and knees, resulting in sporadic burning, hurting, and swelling. Even light walking is challenging because of that persistent ache. Have you ever had nighttime piercing pain in your big toe or unexpectedly stiff calves? Your uric acid levels may rise as a result of anything as easy as eating a handful of grapes. Fructose also contributes to your body's persistent inflammation, resulting in rigidity, higher pressure, and slower movement. It's also very easy to overdo grapes. They are sufficiently little to allow for constant nibbling. 2 or 3 cups are gone before you know it, and the sugar builds up fast. Therefore, even while grapes could appear to be a nutritious snack as you age, they may gradually weaken, decrease your leg's flexibility, and make it less comfortable. You now understand what could be concealed beneath that sweetness. Think about this link if you've been eating grapes on a regular basis and you're getting more stiff and swollen. Other tasty fruits, however, have the potential to be dangerous. Another is renowned for being hydrating, rich, and vivid, but don't be duped. It tastes like water, but, on the inside, it works like sugar. Let's talk about watermelon. Light and refreshing, watermelon is a summertime and hydration emblem. Could your legs be subtly harmed by this watery fruit? Isn't that odd? Everyone believes that watermelon is a great way to stay hydrated. It's largely water, low in calories, and feels safe. But here's the trick. The glycemic index of watermelon is incredibly high. This indicates that, like sweets, it quickly boosts blood sugar levels. Additionally, seniors suffer serious injuries from those frequent sugar spikes, especially to their legs. Let me explain. Your body releases insulin when your blood sugar levels rise rapidly. However, as bodies age, insulin regulation deteriorates, and inflammation is the outcome, particularly in regions with poor circulation. Where does this show up? Your knees, ankles, and calves. Leg tiredness right after eating, dull soreness on short walks, and chronic ankle swelling are all possible. Stair climbing begins to resemble climbing a mountain. Although watermelon has a delicate texture on the inside, it wears down your legs like a beautiful trap. It's juicy and refreshing, so most people eat a lot of it. One slice turns into 2, then 3, increasing the amount of sugar, stress, and inflammation. It's misleading. Your legs suffer, your circulation deteriorates, and your blood sugar rises, even though you believe you are drinking water. Is it true that watermelon keeps elders hydrated, or does the discomfort of movement rise somewhat with each bite? If you frequently eat watermelon and your legs have been feeling more exhausted lately, it might be time to change your mind. Let's go on to a fruit that is linked to health and vitamin C. It is included in breakfast, immunity-boosting beverages, and juices. On the other hand, elderly people may suffer from an acidic joint attack. Let's talk about oranges. Oranges, bright and fragrant, are commonly seen in breakfast platters, drinks, and health supplements. Vitamin C is supposed to help them increase immunity. However, for seniors, especially those over 60, oranges may conceal an unpleasant reality. Your joints don't like the acid that's behind that citrus glow. Citrus is abundant in oranges. Even though it can appear normal, it might irritate your joints quietly, especially if you already have arthritis, stiffness, or inflammation in your body. You may have chronic hip pain, leg pain after extended sitting, increasing edema, limited mobility, and gradual morning stiffness in your knees. You might think it's just getting older, but the very ache you're seeking to avoid can be exacerbated by your healthy morning orange juice habit. This is what occurs. The citric acid in oranges has effects beyond your stomach. It gets into your bloodstream and can exacerbate the sensitive tissues in your joints. It also raises blood sugar levels when paired with the fruit's natural sugar. The outcome? Swelling all over the body. Your knees, ankles, and calves become inflamed, making every stride more painful and heavy. As you can see, oranges may not be harmful to younger people, but they have a subtle effect on elderly people who have aging joints and reduced circulation. The worst aspect is that, because oranges have long been linked to health, you eat them with the belief that you're doing something good. However, you now realize that they might not be promoting your well-being. What comes next? This fruit seems crisp, clean, green, and has less sugar. It is regarded as the safe choice, but conceals something that might cause hip pain, tight knees, and cramps at night. Now let's talk about green apples. Green apples have a natural crisp and clean appearance. Because they taste less sweet, most people, especially seniors, think they're the healthier choice. They appear to be a low-sugar, healthful snack. Most people are unaware, though, that green apples may quietly induce leg pain, stiffness, and weariness. Malic acid and hidden natural sugar are the two threats. Let's talk about malic acid first. The sour taste of green apples is caused by this acid. It's great for younger people, but can be bad for older people's digestion. When malic acid enters the body, it can irritate tissues, including joints. As we age, our gut lining becomes more sensitive. Some older persons have excruciating hip or thigh discomfort after eating apples. Others experience rigidity in their knees or a slight heat in their feet. It starts out slowly, but as the acid builds up, pain becomes more frequent. The sugar comes next. Even though green apples don't taste as sweet as red apples, they still contain natural sugars. Older adults with weaker metabolisms experience blood sugar swings as a result of that sugar. Calves that are exhausted, nighttime leg cramps, stiffness in the morning, or weakness when climbing stairs are all possible. The most difficult part is that green apples are frequently eaten raw as a snack or even right before bed, which has a continuous impact on the body. Green apples may be gently making walking more difficult, stiffening joints, and making evenings more restless for aging bodies despite their seemingly healthy and pure appearance. What about a rich, tropical fruit that is incredibly sweet? If something as simple as an apple can do this, what about the most popular fruit? Let's talk about the mango, the real sugar bomb. Mango, soft, juicy, and nearly candy-like, is enjoyed by almost everyone, especially in the summer. But here's the reality for elderly people who have leg pain and joint weakness. Mangoes may be the most dangerous fruit. Why? Because it has a lot of natural sugar in it. Not a little, but a big sugar rush that raises your blood sugar levels rapidly and dramatically. If you're under 30 and active, your body can usually tolerate that increase. But your metabolism changes after the age of 60. Insulin spikes and then crashes as a result of that sugar surge. Your body creates inflammation deep within your joints every time this happens, especially in the soft tissues around your knees, hips, and ankles. You may get burning in your toes, tingling that doesn't go away, evening swelling around your feet, or creeping heaviness in your legs. If you have nerve problems, mango doesn't appear like a substantial meal. It tastes light and feels fresh, so it's simple to eat more of it, which exacerbates the situation. The trick is that, for your body, the feeling of lightness is meaningless. Its reaction is triggered by the sugar, which, over time, may result in unstable legs, joint pain, and slow walking. Mangoes are considered a natural delight by many elders. It's natural, but that doesn't mean it's healthy for aged joints and poor circulation. You've seen the whole picture now. Even while 7 fruits are praised for their health benefits, there are drawbacks for those over 60. The good news is here. The converse is true for some fruits. They combat inflammation, lessen joint pain, and encourage strong, robust legs. Let's talk about those therapeutic options and what seniors ought to eat in their place. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, let's talk about what you can eat, because eating the correct fruits does more than just sate your appetite. Your body is healed by them. Let's start by discussing berries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, among others. These little fruits have strong anti-inflammatory properties. They are low in sugar, rich in antioxidants, and kind to blood sugar levels. Most importantly, they increase circulation, especially in the legs. They lessen swelling, combat stiffness, and encourage more movement. Next are cherries, but sparingly. By lowering uric acid, cherries can lessen the chance of flare-ups of gout and joint discomfort. They reduce burning sensations in the knees and toes, as well as aching joints. You can get a lot of relief from only a handful of cherries. Next is avocado. Indeed, it is a fruit and among the greatest for maintaining healthy joints. Why? Because it has a lot of healthy fats that cushion your joints and lower internal inflammation. It also aids in insulin regulation, resulting in consistent energy without blood sugar swings. Are you trying to find something that is simple to eat? Give papaya a try. Enzymes included in this soft tropical fruit help with digestion and inflammation reduction. It is easy on the stomach and kind to age joints. Remember pears, too. Eat them with a small quantity of protein or fiber. They add a touch of sweetness without being overly sweet and give you energy without putting too much strain on your legs. Instead of harming your body, each of these fruits helps it. They don't make you swell or feel uncomfortable. They give your body the vitality, equilibrium, and calm it needs. It's not only about eating fruit. Remember, it all comes down to choosing the right ones for your age, fruits that are currently good for your body. And when you make those deliberate decisions, you'll notice the difference. Clearer mornings, smoother motions, and firmer steps. Let's wrap up with some parting advice and a message just for you. If you've read this far, I can tell you're concerned about your health, strength, and future. And I want you to clearly hear this. You still have time to change. You have time to get better, and you're not the only one. Growing older is difficult. The gradual development of pain, stiffness, and a fear of falling can occasionally give you the impression that your body is vanishing. But here's the truth. Instead of taking drastic measures, you can take charge by making sensible, small changes, one choice, one meal, and one fruit at a time. Although the fruits we talked about today aren't always bad for you, they might not be the best for you right now. And it's okay, because growing older doesn't imply that you have to give up. The goal is to become more intelligent. You'll see a change when you start eating with awareness and choose foods that promote joint strength and circulation. Lighter steps, smoother mornings, increased flexibility, and less pain. That's what we want, not fear or limitations. I want to hear from you now. In the comments box, let us know what you learned today and what change you're willing to make. Let's support one another, since sharing makes us all better. If this helped, or even marginally opened your eyes, please click the like button to be sure you don't miss any information that could improve your health. Subscribe before you leave and turn on your notifications. If you found this helpful, please type 1, type 0 otherwise. You don't realize how important your comment is. Remain resilient and watchful. Remember that your independence is carried